Okay, we're rolling.
Okay.
You wanna begin?
Uh,
I'm gonna sit here.
what's up, guys? This is Rodrigo from Standard Time, coming at you at 9:45.
I don't think the time matters. And it's 8:45.
8:45?
Yeah.
Oh shit! It is 8:45.
Alright. Anyways, I'm Ashwin, also from Standard Time. We are Standard Time. And this is our first watch podcast. And so we were thinking about talking about watches for Christmas. I mean, the holiday seasons are around. So, about maybe you want to get a watch for yourself or someone else. And where you might want to get it.
No, exactly. So like, Christmas is kind of the time to get yourself a watch. If there's no like special events happening in your life,
No special events happening in your life.
yeah, because like sometimes you just get a watch
For no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah.
But Christmas is your reason.
Because you're a watch guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can just say, "Oh yeah, Christmas is never seen."
Okay.
I need to get a watch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, but why Christmas? Is there anything special about it? Is it because of the deals or?
Probably because of the deals, but like some places don't actually have. So we're hanging out at a couple of jewelry shops, and
Yeah.
for no reason they don't.
Like
have
the
deals.
expensive, the ADs generally don't have, right? What we've seen here in Germany.
Yeah, exactly. But like it's so weird because they do have deals for like other sorts of jewelry, but not watches.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was quite odd.
Yeah.
So then, where would you look at?
For deals, I would say probably Amazon.
Amazon. But the thing is, it depends on which Amazon you're on, because on Amazon.com US, you have a lot of watches listed there.
Yep.
And like mostly mid-range pieces from Seikos to Tissot's, etc.
That's something very important. It has to do with the quality, with the standard of your watch. So like if you're going for luxury high end, I think the only place where they would like make deals would be ADs.
Yeah, but you'd get the standard 15%, 20% off.
Exactly. So it's
Buy
not
this,
actually gonna be
buy
too
another
much.
strap, maybe you get a strap for free, something like that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, the difference between the grey market on Amazon and AD is still quite significant. I think it's like 40% maybe.
No, exactly. So like, I guess you just subsidize the AD experience if you do it on Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, apart from that, like this watch I got from Creation Watches, which it was already at a discount.
Oh, what's on your wrist?
Oh, so yeah, we didn't do the
Wrist check.
watch
Yeah,
I'm
we
wearing.
can do that.
Yeah,
We'll put it up as a...
So I'm wearing
Not a
my
shot.
Seiko 55 fathoms.
I don't think they can see, but we'll get a close up. All right.
Okay, we'll get up close on
55 fathoms.
Yeah,
Well-
I know it's SNZ something. It's mostly known as the 55 fathoms because it's
Takes
quite a
after the long palm one. Or?
It's based on the Blanc Pan one, and it's quite a nice just a base for you to start 50 fathoms mod
Okay.
based on the
So what's the specs?
specs. It has a set and the 7S 8 9
You mean 7S26, right?
that.
Yeah.
The 7S26. I'm
Yeah.
not very good with serial numbers. I just know it's like Seiko's starting movement.
SKX movement, right?
Yeah, the SKS movement, basically. It's tough. It doesn't have power. It doesn't have power hacking or manual winding, but it's fine.
It's a
It's an
workhorse.
entry
It's
safety.
called a workhorse movement, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a workhorse movement. It's an
I
everyday
don't get
watch.
it. What people mean when they say that. I mean, is it just that it's so simple and it lasts long, or does it mean that you're supposed to use it differently? I don't know.
I mean, like what I think is just like you don't really give too much of a shit about it,
Okay.
because it's a watch that you wear every single day. You shouldn't be like thinking too much about I'm going to this, like I've taken it on roller coasters. I've taken it in fucking I took my I was doing a couple of workshops with like electric magnets and stuff,
Yeah.
and I didn't give a shit about what was in my wrist. Maybe I should have. I've gone to the sauna with it. Like you know,
But it's kind of a dive, is it?
it doesn't have the die specs.
Yeah, no screw down crown, right?
No screw down crown. So it's not as good as well. Like the SKX does have the die specs. It's
Yeah.
more along the lines of like the new Seiko watches, the new
Okay.
Seiko 5 line.
Mm.
Which
But it has the SKX movement.
but it has the SKX movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a fusion.
Yeah, it's like fusion about the new Seiko 5s and like the SKX, but yeah.
So you put it on that NATO strap?
I put it on the NATO strap, yeah.
So it came with the bracelet or something, right?
Yeah, it came with a metal strap.
Okay. And how is the strap? I mean, Seiko straps generally not that great. But
Yeah, the Seiko metal strap, I didn't realize it was great. It was bad
Uh-huh.
until I saw a couple of like YouTube videos about it. And like
Okay.
people were starting to like, oh yeah, it's a pin bracelet, no screw down, no solid end links, and like they were going on of why it was a bad strap, and then I realized it was a bad strap. So I think if I wouldn't have watched those videos, I would still wear it on a metal strap.
Okay. So where did you get this watch? We were talking about getting
Hmm.
people into watches for Christmas.
Yeah, so I got this strap via Creation Watches. But before we get into that, I think you should do
Kind of a wristwatch.
what are you wearing?
I'm wearing a Vostok Amphibia,
Hmm.
or Amphibian, not too sure. And I don't know the exact reference number, because it's not that simple.
Hmm.
And but
Vostok
I
reference.
saw this on Amazon. I actually got this on Amazon.
Hmm.
And it has such a nice dial.
Hmm.
I mean, I was so surprised by the price point and the dial you get. Also, it's like yours, it's not hacking, but it does have the manual wind feature,
Mm.
and it has a screw down crown. And it simply looks really cool for what you get for the price. I think I got this around 100-ish euros.
Hmm.
Or what would that be in dollars? 120?
Dollars, it would be like around
115?
115, yeah.
Okay, something like that. But that's quite a lot of value, and the cool thing about it is it has this kind of champagne dial, and it has this the seconds hand is blued.
I really like that blue. It's not blued as in like steel blued.
Yeah, it's just painted, I think.
It's painted, but like they've got the color so right.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That second hand, I really really like that second hand. And what I also like about the champagne dial is that it absorbs the environment it is. So it's kind of like
Yeah, it changes color, right?
it changes color as
Yeah.
light hits it.
I mean, it's not like a chemical phenomenon. It just looks different.
It just looks
depending on
different.
the reflection.
It's very very nice. Sometimes it looks pink. Yeah, no, it's a very nice style.
Yeah, pretty glad with this piece. Yeah, so I was saying I got this on Amazon, and I think that's a great place to get Vostoks. Because I don't know, you can get them on eBay, and I think directly through Chistopol, Russia. I think that's where they're made and sold from. But it's much simpler to use Amazon's delivery system.
No, exactly. Like that's what I really really like about Amazon. Like the delivery system for all their products is very very nice. So like they tell you, hey, it's gonna take a week.
Yeah.
And usually it doesn't take more than that. So my watch, I got it from Creation. It took 2
But
weeks.
so the Creation Watches is like an American site, right? I don't know if it's American, but they mostly sell in US because
They
everything's
mostly
listed
sell
in
in
dollars.
US, but I think it might be based in Malaysia.
Okay, maybe.
Malaysia or Singapore. Because
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Malaysia or Singapore.
We're
But
we're not actually sure about this. We're just guessing.
Yeah, we're just guessing right now. But like, I did remember that like the postage that came from this had to go through a Southeast Asian country. So
Okay. And so would you would recommend getting Seikos from that? Well, what kind of watches would you get from Creation?
from Creation, I would only get entry pieces, such as Seiko 5s, maybe a couple of, maybe the maximum is like a cheap Tissot.
Okay.
So along the 50 to 200 euro mark.
Okay. But you bought it in dollars, right?
Yeah,
And
so I bought it in dollars.
was there some like transfer fee or anything like that?
Not there was no other transfer fee apart from a when the guy came to deliver, like he wanted me to pay the taxes, but I'm
Yeah,
not
because
sure.
we're in EU.
Yeah, because but I'm not sure if this is just an European Union phenomenon.
So they didn't calculate the taxes with the shipping. That means
Yeah,
was shipping free.
I believe shipping was free.
Okay, but then you were surprised by the.
I was surprised by this. Like nobody had told me that.
Was
like,
it like the traditional 19% VAT? Probably.
I think it was a bit more.
Oh really?
It was. I think it was a bit more.
Oh wow.
Maybe because it came from outside the, European Union. But yeah.
Okay.
Hey, how was your experience with the delivery of your watch?
So I got this on Amazon to avoid dealing with all of any shipping issues, etc. I mean, the tax was included in the €100 mark, and I did check it out on I think the website. I think Vostok's one of their websites, not Vostok Europe, but I think the other Russian one. I'm not too sure, but it was like €20 or so less. It was cheaper, but I knew that I might have issues with the package delivery or tracking it, and also maybe some kind of import fees. So that's why I chose to go with Amazon.
Okay.
And it's been really nice. I've not had any issues with this. I don't actually know what I would do if something went wrong though.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think
the only
Amazon has the warranty or something. I'm not too sure. But I don't know how I deal with it. I didn't think about that because it's not such an expensive watch. And I've actually bought another Vostok about 2 years ago, the Komandirsky from Amazon, but that was US. And I've never had a problem with that, so I just went for it.
Okay. I also don't know what we would do. Like I would do if a watch got lost halfway through, or like if something was wrong with the logistics. Probably the only thing you could do is like send a lot of emails.
Yeah, I think that's also kind of fear when you're buying from these kind of grey market websites.
Yeah, exactly. So like.
But I think in that realm, I think Amazon would be quite safe, right?
No, exactly. Amazon, yeah, I think for all these sort of situations is the best option because they have quite a nice customer service email.
Yeah, they're quite fast. They
they're
deal
quite
with your
fast.
situation, yeah.
And like if everything goes wrong and like they actually know that the package hasn't gone in, you can get your money back.
Yeah.
No problem.
True. So what are other places like there's the traditional ones, Chrono 24, but I think.
Okay, so basically what we talk about right now is Creation Watches and Amazon.
Yeah.
These are only good for entry-level watches. Amazon doesn't actually.
It doesn't list.
Yeah, it doesn't list
most watches. Like there's like Seiko 5s, and then there's the SKX maybe sometimes in stock, but it doesn't have it. Maybe it has some old Tissot's still, like some dealers trying to offload them, and they don't really have anything new.
Exactly. I was looking at purchasing the Blue Star. And they do have it on Amazon.
The C-Star.
The C-Star.
Yeah.
That's a Soul C-Star.
So, okay, they have that.
Yeah, they do have like their entry automatics.
But I think it's not actually a lot less, right? Or is it?
It's not a lot less. Actually, for that C-Star, I went to a couple of ADs.
Okay.
And I was impressed that the AD had it cheaper than Amazon.
Really?
Yeah.
Was there some kind of discount or?
There was a discount on the AD, and when I asked about it, like she said, "Oh yeah, we can even knock down the price a bit more."
Oh, okay.
Maybe they were trying to offload in expectation of like a new
model
line coming up.
Okay. Yeah. You should look out for those. I think around Christmas, New Year. I mean next year. I think a lot of watches are launched in the first quarter of.
No, exactly, and it's 2020,
the year, right?
Like, yeah.
So like there's there's SIHH and Baselworld, but does Seiko? Yeah, I think
Seiko goes to.
Or did they stop? Is it? Are they gonna?
No.
Rolex Oh, Rolex stopped. Wait, no.
Rolex stopped SIHH.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Okay, we're not really sure about this.
We're not really sure about this. Yeah.
But I think Seiko just recently said that they're not gonna participate in Baselworld or something like that, and they're gonna release on their own before or something.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Not too sure. I read something about that. But anyways, so
Yeah.
so we're looking at now to Chrono 24.
Now, Chrono 24. In my opinion, Chrono 24 is the best place to have the safest place to have to purchase second hand watches.
But the thing is, I mean, we've seen other watch YouTubers, etc., and they don't really recommend Chrono 24 as the most legit place, right? Because I think I don't know, maybe they've had some bad experiences. We've never bought from Chrono 24, but most people buy from there.
Yeah, exactly. Most people buy from it, and like it's quite a nice just to know where the price of the market price of a watch is, because there's so many entries on.
Yeah, like, I think we both like always just look at watches.
No, exactly, and it's just
to know the price they.
It's quite a good
should
site.
Sell that.
Exactly. So it's quite a nice site just to like see. Okay, this is the price. This is what Rolexes are going for, today, and this is what this specific model goes for today. I don't think you can get that from eBay, which is a place a lot of people also recommend.
Yeah, but that's completely, I think, used. I think Chrono 24 is like in between. You have a lot of dealers that are now on Chrono 24 and they're selling new pieces, and then you have the common person also trying to sell their watch.
Yep.
But you have this kind of buyer protection guarantee, but I don't know what the extent of that actually is.
Yeah.
So, but it's a good tool to track the watch market, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good tool to track the watch market, because the probabilities of it being fake, at least
that's almost zero. But I think we're no longer looking at like counterfeits. I think it's more like a Franken watch, or maybe it has it needs service or something like that, or maybe it stops running for some mechanical issue.
No, exactly.
Or maybe it's over polished. But those things you might not be able to tell. By the pictures on Chrono 24.
Yeah, but that's the other thing about eBay. So a lot of people do recommend eBay, but that's the thing. You need to do your research. It's
a minefield.
It's a minefield, exactly. So like you can get very, very good deals, but you need to look very carefully at the pictures, see that it's not like over polished, see that like
I think that a lot of people just say that you'd have to be really careful of the seller, so you're actually buying into the seller, so you're researching the seller, but
exactly, and like if they don't have any history on eBay, like selling,
not worth trying. At least not an expensive piece. But I think if you want to buy a really expensive piece, we're talking like a couple thousands, then you'd look at Chrono 24, and maybe then you'd consider eBay, because Amazon does not have these
Amazon doesn't
pieces.
have any many luxury pieces,
and Creation also, as we look, they don't do too many high-end watches. Maybe they have like some tags.
Have a couple of tags. I think they have a couple of Omegas as well, but
oh really? Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen like the Constellation line or something like that.
But I would not trust them too much for like these higher end pieces.
But I think they're legit, but I think
they are legit.
They're just older pieces that have been shelved, and they're just sitting in stock for like 5 years or something like that. I think those I mean, there's no proof to this. We're just debating, but that's what.
It more, I think, has to do with a bit of like how you feel about it. Because if you don't feel comfortable enough to recommend the site, I would say just don't buy it from that site. But it's up to you. So that's the other thing. Talking about secondhand watches, that if you are planning on buying them for Christmas, you have to buy it quite early.
Yeah.
Quite early, because this took 2 weeks to get here from Creation Watches. How much time did it take for you?
It actually also took about 15 days.
Yeah, exactly. So like you should be looking to purchase.
Yeah, and the package did not look that legit also.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's just the way Vostok maybe cuts their overhead costs. But so the thing is, when you buy a Vostok, it's really all about the watch. It's not about buying experience. It's not about the packaging. All of that's just those are secondary considerations. So, and I knew that before because I had bought one previously. So the strap they come on, actually this one came on this really soft silicone strap, and I've really liked it. But I think the Commanderski, it comes on a really cheap leather.
Ooh, yeah, the leather.
I don't know if it's even real leather, but it says genuine leather, I think.
But it's genuine leather. So
It's horrible.
It's not the best.
I mean,
leather thing.
it'll last for maybe 6 months, I think, before one of these loop buckles just tear.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna change it.
Yeah, like when I got
months,
mine, I ordered it with another NATO to match the dial, and I've kept it that way ever since. You also have a Commanderski, right?
Yeah, I also have a Commanderski, but as soon as I got the watch, I changed the strap. It's It's a bit too tough
are you
for
a
me.
NATO strap buyer? Because some people are just all NATO or they hate NATO, right?
I think we can go into like the straps in another podcast.
Yeah, I think that would be better because
because I have quite a few opinions on straps.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Why would someone? What's the reasoning behind purchasing a watch specifically for Christmas, and what kind of watches would you look into?
I would be looking into the Zen 104.
You really want the Zen 104.
I really want the Zen 104. I really want the Zen 104.
Yeah, he's been after that watch for what, 8 months now?
Yeah, I've been looking at it. We went to Frankfurt to see the.
We went to an AD, right?
Yeah, we went to the Frankfurt
Zen
AD.
AD in Frankfurt. It was a really nice experience. I mean,
so good. Like the watchmaker. He was like working on the. He was working both shifts, so he was working on a U1, I think, like the big one, and he was also working the counter. So like when he saw us get in, like he was very friendly. He asked us which piece specific we wanted to see, and he even gave me information about this like a Lemania based Zin Sin 103, I want to say.
103, that's my favorite one.
Yeah. So it's the chronograph.
Yeah.
And previously to Sin having right now they have a Celita based movement.
Yeah.
Previous to that, they had a Lemania based movement.
I think no, the 103 has a Valjoux.
No,
7750.
Yeah, exactly. So the 103 has a Valjoux. Which the one I'm talking
Oh,
about
no,
is
wait,
the 104. The Breitling one, the Navita.
Oh yeah, the 903.
The 903. Okay, yeah. So Sin had this 903 with a Lemania based movement, and the website doesn't have a lot of details on it. They just says it has it. So I spoke to the guy, and like he was telling me that this was a piece from the early 2000s when Sin was still trying to like get their hands like see which movements they would like go into.
Yeah.
And they produced it for, I want to say 2 years. Not quite sure though.
It's always like a limited.
It was a very limited like production line.
Wow, that's unique. I mean, most watch manufacturers don't explore stuff like that.
No, exactly, and like some people don't. Like some of the AD people don't know a lot about watches. I went to this AD and I was asking for a NATO strap. The guys didn't know what a NATO strap was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I finally ended up going to like 2 or 3 ADs, and the only AD that had NATO straps were the Omega NATO straps, which of course those don't
Like
fit
300.
my watch, and it's like
Really
80
expensive.
bucks.
Oh, it's 80.
A piece.
Ooh.
So they had the.
Okay, that's better than like 300, but
Still though,
still.
it's oof.
How much was your NATO strap?
NATO strap was $10.
Around 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I bought a NATO for around 5 for my Vostok, the other one. And for my Seiko Monster, I got this really nice green NATO strap for around 8.
So that's another.
That's
idea.
like the range they should be in. I mean,
No,
really,
exactly,
what are you
exactly.
paying for?
And that's another thing you could have for Christmas. You can just I'm
Get some
not
accessories. Or something.
ready for another watch. Let's get some accessories for it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's so many companies. I mean, that sell in bulk, right? Like on Amazon, you have so many sellers with like 10 straps. I think for 20 bucks
So
or
like
something like that.
way more straps than you're ever gonna need. But the price is quite decent, and I think I don't know, maybe it because it's also winter, you can now start using your leather straps, not worrying about any of like a sweat on your wrists.
Yeah.
Of course, during summer.
True.
And there are quite nice places online for straps. I think most.
Would you
watch
buy a
people-
strap from like one of these particular um,
Oh, I would.
companies that sell just straps?
I
Like
would.
like we know of like Strap Code. Then there's Blue Shark NATO, I think.
Maybe not for
There's that company that makes really nice leather straps. I think out of Italy. What is?
Yes.
Forget the name.
But. So like, that's where I would not. So I wouldn't actually purchase one from like Blue Shark or these websites that are specifically for NATO straps.
Wrist Candy Watch Club. That's
Yeah, Wrist
that's the
Candy.
popular one. TGV's
I
favorite.
would get one from Hodinkee. Oof. I'm a
Those
sucker
are
for that.
so
I know they're
expensive.
so expensive. I know they're so expensive, but I'm a sucker for that tone of leather. It just looks so good.
Okay,
on a
but
lot of
but
watches.
like, wouldn't you want a really high caliber watch to match that
Yes.
strap?
No,
Like you
exactly.
don't want. I don't know. This is just my opinion, but I find it difficult to spend half the price of your watch on a strap.
Oh, some of those straps
More.
are the same price, if not more.
As like a
No, exactly.
inexpensive kind of piece.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
If you're wearing an inexpensive piece, then like.
Like 200 maybe euro dollar range, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or just about there. Yeah, but if I had maybe a piece worth 5,000-6,000, then I would look into getting. Actually, that when you have a piece that's that expensive, they actually come with really nice straps.
They come on really nice straps. As
I
well,
don't
yeah.
think I would change it. But unless I buy it on a leather strap, and then I just want more leather straps to accessorize.
Yeah.
But if it comes on a bracelet, I don't know if I would.
Ooh,
Change
but
it.
well, at least when we're talking of the, let's say, a Submariner, one look is of course the metal strap that comes in, the Oyster metal strap.
What's your bracelet? Yeah.
Very nice, so nice. But you can also like put a NATO on it.
No.
You
No.
can put a NATO, and
Don't.
it's a different
Please
look.
don't.
It's a different look, and you can also put leather, and it's a different look. So it depends on what you want to be wearing. Metal strap is always a very, very safe option. It's always looks good on it.
So people should also look into getting straps now. Yeah, I think straps have much better deals in like
Exactly.
Black Friday and such. I think those are the kind of things that actually have deals.
Yeah.
Watches not so much. I don't know. I don't think the watch market is really influenced by, at least
Maybe.
in Europe. I think in US you have like
US for
big
sure.
retail like Macy's, etc. And they, Costco, Macy's, they also sell watches, I think.
They also say watches.
And they have these massive blowout sales and whatnot, right?
So they are deals.
But those are all, I think, older pieces. They don't have the new stuff.
Yeah. I think.
But then again, when you go Seiko, everything's been the same for quite a few years.
Well, until the release now this year though.
The new Seiko
The
5s.
new Seiko 5s.
Yeah, the
Which one?
SKX ones. Those are nice. You like them.
I really like them. I really, really like them.
Mainly because of the movement and...
Like they basically did almost everything right. People were mad about it not being a diver, but like, who uses a Seiko 5 for diving?
Yeah.
Like even the SKX, it's a diver, but very few people actually go to the 200-meter specifications.
Yeah. I don't... I think that's kind of unrealistic, blaming a watch for its diving ratings.
Exactly.
Especially in a sort of inexpensive piece.
Exactly. It looks good.
Not
It
purpose made, yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. It has a wide variety. So like if you don't like a black on black, there's a black on gold. There's a black on.
There's a green one, right?
There's
The
a
green
green
dial,
one.
yeah.
There's
Green dials are so hot.
Exactly.
They were. I think now they're going down, and it's blue dials again. I think blue dials are just through the roof right now. But I really like green dials. I like different color dials.
No, exactly. It like the Seiko 5 range has a quite a lot of dials. It has it doesn't have hacking. It has
No, it has hacking.
Does
Yeah, it's a 4R36, I think, or 35. Those have hacking.
okay. So
Yeah,
it's both hacking and a
Manual one, they're
manual
both.
one.
Yeah, I think it's the same movement as they used on the second gen monsters or the first gen. I'm not too sure. But yeah, because I have a second gen monster and that's got a 4R36. And that's quite a decent movement. It's like you have your 7S26, then there's something in between, right? I think NH35 is in between.
Yeah, but NH35 is the movement that Seiko does for like other brands.
Yeah, so
I think the last point we want to check out is the AD.
AD experience.
The AD experience. So, as I was saying, maybe Christmas time is a nice time to subsidize your AD experience. It, in my opinion, is it is gonna be the best place to have the last minute pieces. Like if you want to get a watch, and you're, let's say it's a 23rd of December, you have no clue where to get it from, you'll just get it from an AD. You get it right away.
I think you won't take that much of a hit on the price because of the deals, right? I think they want to push everything out by the end of the year.
Exactly, by the end of the year they want to push a lot of stuff out. You might not get as much as a discount as from like a
Gray
Amazon
market.
or or the used market. So either the gray market or the used market, but you get it right away, and it's still the AD experience. Yeah,
the AD experience is just so nice, you know? I mean, provided that the people in AD are nice and
provided
whatnot,
the people are nice.
not snobs.
Exactly.
And stubborn.
I guess as long as you don't go in there and want a Rolex, they're gonna treat you nicely. Yeah, it's only when you want to get like a very difficult piece.
Yeah, because it's really cool to have all the packaging and the extra stuff that they give you. All ADs have this extra stuff to kind of draw you in, you know, like a free credit card holder, something like that. Free power bank. I think once I got one of those.
Oh yeah, you got a power bank from your tag.
Yeah, that was quite funny. Yeah, but it was nice. It's not something that means anything to you, but at the moment it just increases your experience. I mean.
No, exactly, and you can start building a relationship with an AD, and then maybe you can get the.
But like that's mostly for like higher end pieces. I think if you want to buy anything below $1,000, euros, then you can just save yourself a lot more through gray market.
Yes, that's true.
And I don't think.
But that's the other good thing about ADs. They also have like ranges. So like they have quite a few pieces of like a lower end watches. They also have higher ends. Depends, of course, on your AD, but they have quite a nice selection of stuff.
Yeah, and then the thing is, if you buy it and you don't like it, you can return it.
You can return it, exactly.
You don't have issues with kind of sending it back, and they'll size the bracelet for you, and you can go back anytime to resize the bracelet for free.
Exactly.
And you have the receipt and the box and papers, everything.
And you get to try it on, which you can't do in
what you can do is go to an AD, try it on, and then buy it online, which a lot of people do, but that's really not nice. I think. I mean, it's fair. It's people fair. Have certain amount of money, they need it. But I don't know. I feel like it's a little unfair to the ADs when you window shop and then. I mean, I've done it too, but I've never really been happy about that, and I tried to not do that.
Okay.
And because when you're an AD, the guy is always excited to sell you something, and you can see his excitement. Sometimes they're really pushy. Then that's frustrating.
If they're very pushy, it's like then like if it really depends on the employee that is working with you. So he could either really know about watches and like start helping you out, and you can just have a nice conversation.
Yeah,
with
sometimes they're not after the sale, you know?
just after a conversation.
Yeah.
It's so good. We went to this AD in Frankfurt, the Grand Seiko AD.
Yeah.
The guy was amazing.
He was really nice.
We saw the
He spoke to us for like half an hour, right?
Yeah, for like
something
half
like
an
that,
hour,
like
yeah.
20 minutes, and he knew we were not there to buy a piece. We told
exactly.
him because we didn't want to just and he let us. He took out the Grand Seiko. I mean, we first looked at like Seiko 5s, and then we asked him if we could take out the Grand Seiko, and he gave us a snowflake, and we held it and looked at it, and it was such a nice experience.
That Seiko polo is too nice.
Yeah. The snowflake is just.
It's something you can't see like from pictures.
Yeah, you don't know till you hold one. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's one of those
you don't
things.
know until you hold one.
Yeah, but that experience was so nice.
The experience was really, really nice.
The prices were really high.
The prices were high, yes. compared of course, like if you go into Chrono 24, which is which is the like market indicator,
Yeah.
the market tool anyone uses.
Yeah.
Oh, the prices were too different.
Yeah, that's.
But you're paying for that first ownership. You're paying for that like experience as well. It's up to you if you want to get it from an AT.
Yeah.
So
that pretty
I
much
guess-
concludes.
Yeah, I guess. Wait, wrapping up. We have then discussed that if you want to get lower end pieces, things like Creation watches and Amazon are quite nice places to get them. The used market, Chrono 24 and eBay are the places to get this. However, you do have to take in consideration that both Amazon and so that these shops do have quite a high delivery time, at least
2 weeks, right?
Exactly.
And I think that's not in peak season. That we.
Exactly, and that is not in peak season. So like you do have to consider, hey, I'm gonna get a watch, but I do need to wait this time. If you do want to have it before Christmas, I think the AD is the way to go.
Yeah. Another thing we didn't include is Mastrop. I think they have legit watches because they mostly have it from the company themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they have this great partnership with Glycine and.
Yeah, Glycines and Marathons.
But the thing is, they take months to ship. Like, but they let you know that it's only gonna ship 1 month later. It's gonna start shipping 1 month or 2 months later.
No, exactly. And
But
you're in a rush,
if you want to get a really good deal and you don't mind waiting, and you get an in between between the AD experience and like a gray market experience, because I think they're licensed
legit.
by the company to sell these pieces.
No, exactly. They're quite legit.
Yeah. But
so
that doesn't help us because we're looking at the holiday season.
We're looking at the holiday season. So that's when it comes to watches, because what the other thing you could do for the Christmas season is get straps.
Yeah, as you said, yeah.
Yeah, you should look into straps, and it changes quite a lot though.
Yeah, the dynamics of the watch is so different on when
exactly.
you have a bracelet or a strap or silicone strap, leather.
No, exactly. Just maybe invest.
Maybe look into those things. Maybe you don't need a watch. Maybe you just need to refresh yours.
Refresh the watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that pretty much concludes it.
I think, guys, see you next time. Yeah.
See you next podcast.